So I learned something. Turns out you can actually still get DJI drones in the US currently, and you don't even have to go on eBay or some obscure drone dealer website to get them. So you can get them. The question is, should you? So we're all ready for the maiden flight on the Air 3S. At this point, I am by no means a beginner when it comes to drones, but I've never really flown one quite exactly like this, so I'm following all the recommendations that you should follow if you're flying a drone for the first time, which is wide open space, not a lot of trees, that kind of thing. It's very quiet. I feel like it's not really much louder than my Mini 2. It's starting to rain on me. It's no bueno. The thing I'm definitely most excited for on this drone is the 70mm lens. Let's try that real quick. Dialed in on me, let's do a quick little orbit. That looks amazing. I've never used a DJI drone that had active track. Let's see if we can figure that out and have it track me walking down the road here. Hit the plus button on me, and here we go. Hey now. Okay, avoiding the tree. I see you, DJI. Making me very uncomfortable. So I have the Air 3S. I didn't have to do anything fancy to get my hands on this drone. I just went on good old Amazon, ordered the Fly More combo, and I did get a little nervous when it didn't ship for a week or so, but then it did finally ship and actually showed up ahead of the estimated delivery time. It initiated, booted up, all fine. I updated the firmware, took it off and flew it. It's working exactly as it should. If you don't have the full picture, the reason all this is relevant is because DJI is facing a potential ban on having their products sold in the US. And even before that maybe comes to pass, they've been having difficulty getting drones into the country because of holdups at customs. So probably like you, I wasn't sure if you could actually still get them, and even if you could, I was a little hesitant to go ahead and invest, $1,600 here because of all that uncertainty with the brand as a whole. So these would be pretty challenging dynamic range conditions for my other drone, my old one, because it's kind of shadowy down here, but we got bright, golden hour lighting up there. So I want to see if the Air 3S here can capture in the shadows and the bright sky. So here we are on the normal profile. I'm going to try to expose so that the sun, the sky there is, mostly visible. We are definitely pretty dark in the foreground, but the best dynamic range, of course, is going to be found in D-Log. So let's swap over to D-Log. And yeah, that definitely seems to be doing a pretty good job. I mean, it's hard for me to be technical about it, but I can't tell you how many times I have turned my drone sideways so I could look to my right or left and see if there's anything in my way if I was to start doing a sideways orbit or crab kind of shot. Well, guess what? There's a better way to do that now with this drone, because not only does it have obstacle avoidance, which you could trust implicitly and not even worry about checking your flight path, or you can also, with this one, go right here to the cameras and actually view what the camera sensors are seeing. Left, right, backwards, forwards, and also down, which is crazy. So that is super handy. So no more guessing and hoping you don't run into a cedar tree next to the pool or anything like that. So as time has gone on, it's definitely seeming like some manner of DJI ban is on the horizon, but exactly what that looks like or what that entails is still very much in question. So I did a bunch of research, and there's definitely people on both sides of the conversation saying that either DJI is going to have all their products grounded, anything you've already bought won't work anymore once this ban goes into effect, and people saying existing stuff's going to be fine, you'll be okay with anything you've already purchased. And that seems to be the more reasonable expectation, that anything already purchased should be okay. But you probably won't be able to get any new drones or probably replacement parts by sometime next year. So I was in a position where I needed a new drone to replace my Mini 2, which I've been very happy with. It's done a lot of great work for me, but it's getting older and I wanted something more capable. So when I saw you could just get DJI drones on Amazon still, I decided to go ahead and risk it and order an Air 3S. When it didn't ship for so long, I definitely started having my doubts about whether I'd actually be getting it or not, but it did end up shipping and here it is. So evidently there are still DJI drones in the US, in US warehouses somewhere, and those are available to purchase. I've even seen the new Mavic 4 Pros on Amazon, which I didn't think those were even going to be available to purchase in the first place on Amazon in the US, but there they are. Of course, you want to look out for price gouges and things like that, something to be aware of, but I was able to get the Air 3S for the MSRP of $1599 for the Fly More combo. I've seen it's gone up to like $1,900, but you can still get the drone by itself for like the regular price. So you just kind of want to watch for those things, but mine was regular price and it's a bona fide Air 3S, no question about it. So I got the Fly More combo, which includes a total of 3 batteries, the drone, of course, the controller, and a set of ND filters, which is kind of a big deal for me because I shoot a lot of video and want to maintain a proper shutter speed. I vacillated between getting the Fly More combo that has the DJI RC and the one that has just the regular standard controller that requires a phone to be connected to it for it to fly the drone. After 4 years of having the Mini 2, probably the biggest feature I missed was having a dedicated controller, because every time I wanted to fly it, I had to pull out my phone, connect it to the controller. It was definitely a hassle that I learned to live with and became pretty proficient at overcoming, but a hassle nonetheless. When my order didn't ship for several days, I started getting a little concerned and was really close to canceling that order with the DJI RC and getting the one that had a standard controller, because that one indicated it would arrive the next day. So I was a little more confident that it would show up, but I decided to stick it out with the DJI RC combo order. Pretty happy I did, because I'm really enjoying having a dedicated controller. It just makes the whole process of getting the drone up in the air a lot simpler, which is great because a lot of the times I'm flying a drone, time is really of the essence. So I'm really enjoying this. I do love me some golden hour. It's always nice to have an excuse to be out at this time of day, which is making a video, that's the excuse. But even if I'm not making a video, it's just my favorite time of day. It's just beautiful to get out and see the world in this light. And something else I'm loving is having that 70mm telephoto lens on the Air 3S. I knew this would probably be my favorite feature, mostly because of the parallax it gives you with, you know, the difference in foreground and background movement, which is super cool. But something I just discovered that's really handy with it too is maybe in the case of wildlife photography or video. I mean, it's not like a crazy telephoto lens, but it lets you at least zoom in from a little bit of a distance and not get too close. One, so you don't disturb the wildlife, which, you know, I'm all for that. But also, especially if you're filming a bird like that one out on the log, I don't really want him getting any ideas about attacking my drone. So staying a little further away is really helpful to be able to do. Could be a her, I don't know. Not sure how to tell with blue heron. And I feel like having a telephoto lens on your drone, it kind of sets it apart, because like everybody has a drone now. Drone photography is like so common, but usually the camera that they all have is a 24mm or some kind of wide angle. Similar to how FPV drones now are like, wow, there's kind of a wow factor with that when you incorporate that footage into your videos. I think there's a similar effect when you incorporate telephoto zoom footage from drones. It's much more cinematic. Not that wide shots from drones aren't cinematic, it's just it lets you have another variety angle to help keep things interesting. And I don't know, it's just an unusual angle that isn't so commonplace in drone photography yet. So what's the conclusion? Should you go out and buy a DJI drone while you still can? My advice would be not to go full panic mode and run out and get one just because they're not going to be available soon. If you don't really need a new drone right now, I'd maybe wait and see what other manufacturers come out with drone options. I mean, this is a huge market share in the US that DJI is going to be abdicating, so there are bound to be tons of other companies getting in on those sweepstakes, creating drones. Now, the concern is that the quality of them might not be as high because the competition will be kind of eliminated with DJI being out of the picture, but there will still be competition and there will be good quality drones that are made. I think it's just bound to happen. So I might wait and see how this all shakes out. Who knows, maybe like Sony or Panasonic or somebody will start making a drone and it'll have a high quality camera and it'll be great. But I'd imagine that's gonna be a while before the other companies kind of get up to speed with making at least high quality drones like this one. So if you do need a drone right now, I might suggest doing what I did and picking up a DJI one in the next month or so while you can still get them. As far as I can tell, it looks like they're still gonna work fine and be operable even if selling new ones in this country gets banned. That's my advice anyway. I wanna note that I don't take any responsibility for any loss you incur by buying a drone and it being bricked by 2026. But just know that if that does happen, I'll be in the same boat with you. I hope you guys found value in this video. If you did so, be sure to hit the like button down below, and I'll see you in the next one.